Hey, Danny, appreciate you taking a minute to join us here after practice. I just want to know how, if at all, practice seemed different today. I mean, it seemed like you were doing a lot of the same football stuff that you normally do, but the water, some of those things were different. So how if at all, was football different?
Uh, Man, football's been different since we got in the building, man. Especially with COVID, I feel like the organization has been doing a great job with, just being COVID smart, you know, um, making sure everybody has their own individual, um, things that are keeping, the germs away from each other. So if that's, our own water bottles or, wearing masks around the building. Um, it's something that we got to get used to. And as football players, it's just something that we have ingrained in our mind. To adapt, adjust, and just keep going. And so that's just how the season is. You just got to adapt to it and keep going.
Tim?
Is the football the same though? I'm sorry about that, Eamon. I was just going to ask: is the football the same? The blocking, tackling, those things are the same as you're used to, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first day of pads, so everybody's excited. We still got a lot to go um, as far as just working technique and everything. But it was great to be out there with the pads again.
Okay, Tim?
Danny, you alluded to it right there, how great it was to be out there again with the pads. But with everything that's gone on and the virtual off season and everything, it's been a long time since you guys have strapped on pads and hit somebody. Just how did that feel today? Did it feel almost kind of like a little bit of normalcy back in your life with the pads on and the hitting and the trash talk and some of the other things?
Yeah, most definitely, man. I know being in on the inside, interior linemen and linemen in general, we're tired of having to do like a walkthrough tempo without pads, and to get the pads on, we can finally, do our job and actually work our technique. So, it felt great to be out there. We got a lot of guys competing.
Okay, we'll go Ben.
Hey, Danny, appreciate the time. Just compared to like years past, you got a couple years under your belt now. Where do you feel physically? There's not a preseason, and just kind of wondering how long it's going to take now that you got pads on to get up to where you want to be at this time of year usually.
Yeah, I feel great. Like I said earlier, it's something that we had to get used to. We didn't have the luxury of, being together in OTAs, and um, we had to just be COVID smart. So, I just did my part as far as keeping my body right, and um, it gave me some time to spend with my family, and just get my mind right for the season. So.
We'll go Kyle, then Jen.
Hey, Danny, thanks for your time. Lions working the kid today with the first team, Jonah Jackson. Just curious your early impressions of him, maybe, just around the facility or whatever, and then obviously working with him somewhat today.
He's definitely got the look. He looks like he's a fit lineman. He's an aggressive kid, but like we all do, we still got a lot of time. We still need to keep working those fundamentals and techniques, and just prepare for the season. So it's only the first day of pads, so I'm expecting to work against him a little bit more and continue to get each other better.
You're a guy who's been around for a while. Do you take rookie offensive lineman, young offensive lineman aside and say, hey, this is something I saw from you, and you could do it this way or do it better? Is that something you do, or you just focus on yourself and your position group?
No, I've definitely grown into that type of veteran, and that's something that I look forward to doing. Working with Jonah and working with Ragnow. But right now, it's training camp, and it's a time where we got to just, grind. We're all working. Everybody's tired. And I'm trying to help out my younger guys and get them ready to compete against the O-line too. So, man, it's going to be a lot of fun this season.
Okay, Jen Hammond.
Hey, Danny, welcome to Detroit in our Zoom world here. Give me just a sense of what it is like knowing that in 27 days, you guys are going to be strapping it up and playing an NFL game without any preseason, kind of just the oddity of all of that in this COVID environment. And then I'll have a follow-up too.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that we're looking forward to, but right now we're focused on training camp and getting into day 2 of full pads. When that day comes, that week comes, we'll be ready. But right now we got a lot to do, so we're going to be focusing on just getting each other right.
How do you make sure, or do you make sure, I mean, obviously staying healthy is a goal, and with such varied practices and an entirely different preparation, how can you try to just level what you do, how hard you work, how you go at guys, things like that when you get the pads on?
I think, something that's overlooked is film time, being able to watch yourself, watch the other guy. Because when we're out there, we're really tired and, we're focused on getting our rep in, and we're not able to see the other guys. And sometimes you can learn best by, watching the film and, watching another guy doing that drill, that technique the right way or the wrong way. We learn from each other, and that's how we're going to grow.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Danny. Everybody go ahead and stay on the line. We're going to have Kenny Galladay up here shortly.
Thank you, guys. Mask up.
Thanks, Danny.
Yeah.
Thanks, Danny.
We talked to Bev this offseason. He said, really what the conversations that you guys have had, and the next step for you is to be considered amongst the Mike Thomases and DeAndre Hopkins of the world. Just curious, you've done so much already early on. What's your goals heading into this year? And do you agree with Bev? Is it kind of to be considered among the top guys at your position in the NFL?
I definitely agree. Of course, I want to just stay, at the same level. Each year, I want to, just keep, going up and up. And I just want to build off last year. I feel like last year I built off the year before that, and I just want to keep improving. Just being a better receiver, better teammate, and really just like I say, just building off last season and just coming in with an extra year under my belt with the offense with Bev. I feel very comfortable. He feel comfortable with me. Happy staff back. Everyone's healthy. Mars back. Dola got our backs. I'm excited.
So Kyle next.
Danny, I got two for you. One is on the contract. Everyone's pretty curious about that. Are your people still talking to the Lions? Where do things stand with your contract?
No worry right now. But I mean, as of right now, I can only control what I control. I want to be here. Really, I'm just gonna let my agent and front office take care of that. I'm pretty sure something will get done.
You're pretty sure something will get done before the season?
Hopefully.
Okay. And secondly, I saw you did some one-on-ones today with Okudah. I'm just curious your early impressions of him. I mean, expectations are pretty high with him. Where's he at in this game? What's impressed you so far?
Well, just being in his position, like 4 years ago, I didn't go first round, I went third round, but just coming in knowing that I had potential to play right away. His head is probably spinning. He had a lot going on. Me and Marv just tried to tell him, like, just come up here and get some work with us. Just, don't hang around in the back. Just come up here and get some work, like some competition you'll be seeing come Sunday, And we really just want to help him, by any way we can. Just help him get ready for when Sunday comes.
All right, Jen, next.
Hey, Kenny, nice to see you. I know that it's one day at a time, especially in this COVID kind of situation, but to what extent is it just crazy that you guys only have 27 days to get ready for the first game and there won't be any preseason? Just give me kind of a sense of how it feels being out there and knowing that you won't have that opportunity in preseason and whatnot.
Me personally, I'm excited. I'm ready to get this thing going. Been without football for a long time, so it was really good just to be back in the building. First day of pads. There's a lot of fun going around. I think a lot of guys on the team are excited. This should be a good year for us.
All right, Dave.
I just wanted to follow up on actually both of the things that Kyle asked. With the contract, you said you're pretty sure it will get done. Are you close now? Why are you so confident, I guess, that it'll get done?
Well, I didn't say I'm pretty sure it's going to get done. I said I hope it get done.
I think you said either way. All right, where does it stand right now? Is there anything? How close are you guys right now, and why do you hope it'll get done?
Haven't heard anything so far.
Okay, and then with Okudah, what have you seen from him, I guess, on the field so far? I know it's a couple days in. You had the one catch on him today, slip, but you think he's going to be that cornerstone defensive player? Can you tell that the skill set is there to be that for you guys?
We just put the pads on today. It's a lot of football, a lot of practice being out there. One thing I can say, he wants to work. He want to learn. So that's a start right there.
Thank you.
All right, Larry.
Hey, Kenny, in what ways do you plan to try to get better this year? What parts of your game do you think you can improve?
Well, I really feel like me just understanding the offense better. Last year, first year with Bev, so learning a lot of the stuff on the fly a little bit. We might put something new in for a week and then might not use it again for like 4 weeks down the line. And just me knowing the offense, know exactly where I got to go, then I could just play fast. If I'm playing fast, then I feel like I have a little bit of advantage.
All right, well, two more with John Neo, then Kyle again.
Two for me. I mean, one on the topic of that offense. I mean, what did you like best about it? Obviously, there was some more aggressiveness downfield, especially early downs. I assume you like that. And then what did you do this offseason? I guess who did you train with? Where did you train in that shutdown months there?
What I did like a lot last year, Bev, even with that being, you know, our first year with each other, he just put a lot of trust into me and Marv. He put a lot of trust in the staff, and even if we did miss a big play going down the field, he never stopped calling them. You know, he wanted to be aggressive. Me and Marv and staff, we like being aggressive. We want to take those shots down the field. You know, we can't always, you know, take them or we can't always hit them, but you know, we definitely want to make the most of them. And I think Bev has a lot of trust in us that we'll get that done. And
just
second
this spring.
question,
This spring, what'd you do? Who'd you work with? If
I was in California, in Calabasas, working with Athletic Games. So that was kind of different, but I liked it a lot.
Anybody else? What other NFL guys were out there with you?
It was a few I don't remember.
Okay.
Kyle?
Kenny, you were on the COVID list in week 1. I'm just curious what you feel comfortable sharing about that experience, if anything, you know, whether you tested positive, if you had any symptoms, anything like that.
I'm 100%, and I'm just happy to be out there on the field right now, and that's all that matters.
Did you test positive?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you asymptomatic or were you symptomatic?
A few symptoms.
Okay. What were your symptoms?
Just like fever, and that's it. Lasted like 2 days, nothing major.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Kenny.
All right, guys. Thanks, Kenny. Thanks for your time. Go ahead and stay on the line here, guys.
Hey, TJ, how you doing? Good to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you guys. Kind
Hey,
of.
yeah, it's been a while, huh? I like the beard. That's a good look.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, we all know how difficult the tight end position is for rookies to come in. I mean, there's examples all over the NFL about guys really taking off in their second year. A great example of that is George Kittle, a guy that you're very close with. I'm just curious. I know you've worked out with him. You're close with him. What advice has he given you heading into your second season?
Yeah, I mean, George is one of the best dudes that you'll ever be around. His persona about him, everything's fun. And, that was my biggest takeaway in the off season was hanging out with him was just have fun with it. We're playing a child's game. And, you sometimes take it for granted and you take it too serious, but you gotta go out there and have fun and compete. So, I think that was the biggest thing I took away from him.
Let's go Ben next.
Hey, how's it going? Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Just kind of wondering how your off-season training program went. It looks like you really kind of packed on some muscle from this time last year, and just kind of what worked with you with the ankle kind of heading into the off-season.
Yeah, I mean the ankle was kind of a challenge throughout the off season. Cut it a little short, but I really worked back, was able to do some stuff upper body wise while I was rehabbing from that. And I mean, like you said, I dropped some weight and then I built it back up. So this off season was really good for me, not only physically but mentally, trying to get in the game and understand defenses, understand our offense, and try to figure some things out. So,
Mike Rothstein.
Hey TJ, so to kind of follow on the ankle situation, how do you feel 100% at this point? And if you don't, where do you kind of maybe still feel a little bit shaky?
yeah, I mean, I'm out there running around. I'm doing everything that I was able to do last year, just trying to improve on it. The ankle's still there. I still notice it, but I mean, I'm getting there. I'm 100%. So, I think that's one of the things that I'm trying to keep using. Sometimes guys after an injury come back and baby that, and that's not something I want to do. That's something that I don't even want to pay attention to, and that's what I'm getting towards, and that's kind of where I'm at this point. So, I'm super excited for this year. Ready to go out there running around, and we're just all trying to push forward. So,
And you were on the COVID list for a while. What was that like? Walk me through what that week or so was like for you.
pretty lonely. Really, there wasn't a whole lot going on. I mean, I fortunately didn't have any symptoms. Wasn't really. It was kind of a surprise. To test positive for that, and then kind of spend a week away from the teammates was tough. But it was a week for me to get mentally prepared for camp, and actually my father brought a bunch of weights and up, and so I was able to do some things in the garage while I was doing that. So it was pretty fortunate in that case.
Thanks.
Chris.
Hey, TJ, just wanted to follow up on what Tim asked you about your off-season program and being around George Kittle. Obviously, George just got a huge new contract. I was curious if you talked to him after that or what your reaction was to him being a $75 million tight end now.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible, life-changing for him. It's super exciting for all of everybody around him. I mean, he deserved that. He works his tail off in the off season during the season, and he deserved that. I mean, yeah, I texted him and told him congratulations, but he sent me a little emoji with the money bags, so it was kind of funny. But no, he's just a good guy. I mean, he really deserved that and paved the way for all of us younger tight ends. So.
And then I know as part of that training, you were with Isaac Nauta a little bit too. Just curious what you saw from him or where you think he might have made some strides this offseason.
Yeah, I mean, Nada's an incredible athlete. I'm looking forward to, having him by my side. Same thing with Jesse James. Both those guys worked really hard in the offseason. I'm looking forward to see what they have on the field. And they've been proving themselves every day, coming to work and, this tight end room is going to be a lot of fun to be around. No guys that, you don't want to be around. Everybody, we're super close, hanging out out of the facility. So I think we're all really excited for the year.
Okay, we'll go Jen, then Tim.
Hey there, TJ. So obviously today was the first day you guys were all out in pads and on the practice field in quite some time. I guess I'm just looking for your impressions of how good it felt to be back to football, and also if it feels like there's a lot of catching up that you guys need to do, or was it fairly seamless or more seamless than you thought it expected it to be?
I mean, every training camp, there's things that you need to work on. I mean, going out there and being with the guys is super, it's a lot of fun, especially without OTAs this spring. So, I mean, there's things that we're going to have to work on. We're going to have to prove, we're going to have to push forward. A lot of, some mental mistakes, some, other things that we just need to fix. But, we're taking it day by day, I think is the biggest thing, and fixing it. And the thing that, I think we've all, the coaching staff included, and then, all of us, we've realized is we're not going out and making second mistakes. We're fixing those mistakes that day and then coming out the next day and really proving that we learn from it and just moving forward. So I think that's really encouraging. And, we just need to keep doing that.
I have one other little follow-up too, just on like the whole COVID situation. To what extent has Coach Patricia really said to you guys, our playing this season is incumbent upon each of us treating life as it is a bit of a quarantine? I mean, what's really kind of the edict from the team on you guys staying safe, taking care of yourself? Obviously in Major League Baseball, we've seen some players who have made missteps and it's hurt their team.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Patricia obviously, is, we're all super diligent and understanding. I mean, nobody wants to get the virus. Nobody wants to, spread it. Of course, you don't want to be that guy that brings it to a teammate and then he brings it home to their family. So I think we all realize that, and we're all understanding of that. So we're very close, and it's fortunate that we have a close team because we can hang out outside of the football facility rather than having other people that we need to go see and things like that. So I think we're very fortunate in that, and I think we're all very diligent in not spreading it and not getting it in order to spread it. So.
Tim?
Hey, TJ, you talked about, we're just wanting to have more fun this year. I'm curious, are there any other, personal goals or anything that you really want to accomplish heading into year two, maybe outside of obviously the team stuff, but just for yourself individually? Is there anything that you kind of set for yourself goal-wise that you want to accomplish this year?
I mean, obviously you come into a year and want to be better than the year before. So I think that's something that I've looked at, things that I've written down, and I'm pushing forward. And I think, us as a team, as a tight end unit, I know you said you didn't want it to be a team thing, but it's hard to make individual goals without having the rest of the team involved. And, I think we all just want to go out there and win. And, that's the biggest thing that we've tried to say and try to finish games. We call it dagger time now. So it's a little fun. And, I think we're just out there trying to finish games and trying to win. So.
Got time for one more, Ken?
Hey, TJ, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right. Two questions. One, your biggest game was your first game, and then you went through the season. Was there ever a wall you hit during that time? And the number two question is, Big Ten's not playing football this year. I know you're an Iowa guy. You talked to your guys back at Iowa. Do you wish the guys would play Big Ten football this year? And if you were there, would you volunteer to play?
Yeah, I mean, the last year, I think the first game, we came out and we had a lot of fun. And then I think we got away from it a little bit. I got away from some things that individually, some fundamental things, some things that I could fix this year. And it was one of those things. So we're learning from it, and we're going to come back and we're going to try and, push forward. And then with the Big Ten, Iowa football, I know a lot of those guys. I know they all want to play, but on the same hand, it's not their choice. So, a lot of them are back home right now and still working out, getting ready to go. I love football, so I'm here to play. And if I was still in college, I would be the same thing. So.
Cool.
Sorry, Dave, I skipped you. Go ahead.
Hey, TJ, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Big game was your first game, and then you went through the season. Was there ever a wall you hit during that time? And the number two question is,
Dave, you're still muted.
I'm sorry about that. You got me now. Hey, look, I'm just one more thing on the COVID thing. I know you said you didn't have any symptoms, but what did you learn from the whole thing? Just the fact that, maybe how silent it is, or how, protective you have to be about things. Did it, cause you to reassess at all how you approach COVID in this whole situation?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not something that you want to mess with. I mean, when and it's something I didn't want to give my family members at the same hand, So I think it's something that a lot of the community, people my age, don't take as seriously as they should. And it's one of those things that you need to do the right things, and you need to be quarantined if you have it, and all those steps that they give us, but. It was something that I learned that, I just didn't want to give it to anybody. My teammates, my family, you just don't want to put anybody at risk, because how deadly it was, no matter if I had symptoms or not. So.
And the other thing, can you just explain dagger time?
Yeah, it's something that we came up with in a team meeting, and it's, everyone says finish, but, I think we wanted to change it up, and, we've heard that throughout the, all growing up is finish, but we kind of wanted to put our own little spin on it, and there's some Stafford came up with, and I think we're just all trying to buy into it. It was dagger time, and red zone, finish at the end of the game. There's just things that we want to improve upon. So I think it's a little spin that we are, us as an offense and as a team, we've adapted. So.
All right. Thanks, TJ. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back with Coach Patricia later this afternoon.
Thanks, Damon.